also move to another entertainer in the music industry. I'm going to talk about Wendy Shay. We know last year there was a video that circulated, a young lady, you know, dancing, whining to a song of Wendy, and since then has been beautiful journey for the two of them. We've seen Wendy all over the place with the lady or the young girl called Tracy. Her name is originally Tracy JC, but because of the fact that Wendy Shay is now with her, you know, her brand's name is attached to that of the young lady, yes. And during Sister Fear's all-white party in Kufurijia, if I got the place right, we saw Wendy Shay, you know, a little girl performing on stage, and people have raised concerns, people have raised a lot of conversations, people are talking about what are they saying. So there was a video circulating where the young girl was urging people to stand up and dance, you know, and she also said some things which I felt like was too much, you know, considering her age and the fact that she's a young girl. People have been talking. When Shay even spoke about it, that why are parents making mention a difficult job to do? Recently, I just saw a video of hers also pop up on the internet, also saying her part as well. Sister Fia is also saying hers. But let's talk about what Wendy Shay's mom is also saying about this whole issue. Now, the mother of award-winning singer Wendy Shay has broken her silence following intense social media backlash over a viral video involving the singer's protege, Tracy Shay. The clip showed the young performer urging fans to stand during a live performance, a moment that quickly drew criticism online and dragged Wendy Shay into the conversation. In a video shared on X on January 7, Wendy Shay's mother cautioned Tracy Shay, stating that performing at the event without even informing Wendy Shay was a misstep and showed little regard for the brand attached to her name. She explained that with prior notice, Wendy Shay could have offered guidance on stage conduct and performance etiquette. She clarified that while Tracy Shay's mother has every right to allow her daughter to perform, respect for the Shay brand demanded communication. She also condemned the insults aimed at Wendy Shay, stressing that the singer had no knowledge of the performance. According to her, the backlash could discourage Wendy Shay from mentoring other young talents in the future, highlighting how controversies like this often make people reluctant to support upcoming acts.
Okay, so we have apologies for the video without a sound, but that's Wendy's mom there, you know, sharing her thoughts and actually crying out in line with the backlash that is happening all over social media. And see, it's so true. At this point in time, Wendy feels, or we all know how of a blessing this young girl has been to Wendy Shay making the song popular, and now we get to celebrate and everything. So when there's that kind of, you know, mistake here and there, it goes a long way to affect it. Now let's even talk about the name tag, Tracy Shay. Now you have the name of Wendy Shay, and I think I heard from Wendy saying that she's the one actually footing her bills when it comes to her school fees and
whatever she needs, all they have to do is just let her know her clothing, her school, everything. She takes care of it now.
So why is she going on stage without my notice? Why is she going on stage mentioning my name without my notice?
Who even got her the gig in the first place?
That's the thing.
Because Sister Ifeanyi is saying that she did not even invite Tracy Shay to come and perform. So who got the young girl to go on stage to go and perform? Always and answers that why under pressure
go over heads. You know, sometimes I blame management, you know, for all these kind of things. Someone has taken it upon herself for these the word that we used in there, you know, this people to actually mentor her, grow her in the journey and everything, and people always want to go back. And this is not the first time we've seen blacks or Ghanaians doing that. That's the whole thing. And now it messes up the future of the girl.
As a manager, I watched Wendy Shay's video before we came for bus break, right? And she mentioned that whenever she's hanging out with Tracy, her auntie, who is a manager, is always around. And then she also has her uncle being the road manager. So on your own as managers, what were you able to do for that young child until Wendy Shay discovered her? And then now you're using Wendy Shay's name to perform. I mean, if there's money involved, Wendy has no idea about it. You go and pocket it. Look at how she disgraced Wendy Shay on stage. Even with the acapella she did, it was so off-key.
Terrible. You know, even in the minds of people who were thinking Wendy Shay was behind this whole thing.
I thought, you know, initially when I saw like, why would Wendy Shay go and perform, you know, on allow this young girl perform on stage without
her notice?
Only for us to know that she had no idea
about it.
She didn't even know.
Oh my. Parents. Let's know when we are parents. Let's know when mentors are actually mentoring the young ones, because now it's going to affect Tracy Shay. What if Wendy says, okay, I want to wash off my hands, all this whole thing, and don't have anything to do with her? What was left with the little girl?
And now Wendy is apologizing for something she was not even privy to. She had no idea. She did not know. It's just like you going to do something bad and they're going to insult your mother in the house. You know, your mom has no idea.
See, at this point in time, I think the management, they are just going ahead of themselves. They feel they want to be smart about it. I don't know what is happening actually in the camp of Tracy Shay and Wendy Shay. Why management are doing things without the notice of
So now my question is, when Tracy Shay is a young woman, Tracy Shay is a young woman, a young dancer, or because Wendy is saying she's a star. Yes, she's a star, but right now, how is she identified as in the music industry? Is she someone that is just Wendy Shay's promoter at this point? Or we're trying to find a different brand for her?
It doesn't look good at all.
Because if she's a star, then why she's only performing Wendy Shay's song as it stands now, which makes sense. It's beautiful and everything. But how are we identifying that young girl in the industry if we feel like she's right for the industry?
Anytime people get help, then people want to just mess it up for them. I don't know the that's why I said I don't know the conversations that's going on in the background.
I'm sure she's at assignment because of her school.
Her school, yeah.
When she if you assignment tonako koforidja akobo show. Ebusan 24/7, why not the pressure rising?
If your pressure get up, let me hear you.
Stand up for me.
Stand up for me.
Stand up for me.
The bit where she was done with the whole unnecessary talking, now she was handing over the mic. You saw her gesture.
DJ, let's go.
DJ, let's go. What should they be? Oh, Charlie, let kids be kids. And,
let kids be kids.
Do whatever they want to do. Yeah.
I keep saying this all the time. Woman kolanya kolana sebi opinion sunya opinion. Because let it make sense to me. Let it just make sense to me.
It's really not adding up. I think the way forward now is that people who are actually picking up young ones to mentor them, there should be an agreement. There should be some things that are being said. I don't know the agreement between both parties, and how Wendy still claims she's the one mentoring her. I don't know if you're mentoring her well. You wouldn't have known all these things. I mean, that's what I'm saying. From the camp of the Tracy Shay, these guys are the ones advising the young girl, okay, what you're doing.
At this point, doesn't even have a say. Tracy, sorry, and then Yakobo show. I think that is how they are doing today.
A young girl, she should be enthused about it. Yeah.
Age is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
You go to school and then you are treated differently, like a superstar. You know, is that the way forward? Is that the way for me? Sana fe nipa pesa obebua nipa biom.
Na ye basa. Please again.
It's sad.
For Wendy Shay's mom to actually add up to the whole conversation, and then it tells how intense this whole thing is at this point in time.
Because people are really saying a lot. People are saying already there was some lesbianism case, regarding this same young girl. So people are questioning, is the young girl or the little girl safe around Wendy Shay? Is she safe anymore? And now this is what we are seeing again.
Even when I saw her on the stage, I think she's grown. Like
she's grown. Like her growth is crazy. Like her growth
she's
is
really
crazy.
changed. Like so much.
You check her peers, and I think that she's really growing. She's really adding up. Same thing happened with Abigail, the dancer. Another conversation came up that there was a different manager that managed the child during the reality show. Even with the local one she did here, there was someone that was managing her. But ever since that time Afonita came in, according to the guy, he was ditched. They didn't want to even work with him anymore. He was the one that was there giving the girl dance class and everything. But then when the film came in, when a different person came in, higher than him came in, he was ditched.
Or the management too, the Tracy Shay, they think, okay, now she's there, so hey,
so you don't
forget
need
about
Shay anymore.
That's terrible. That's terrible. These people not being appreciative, acknowledging what they have at the moment. So we'll still keep in touch with them.
Would you like to mentor?
Who mentor who?
Would you like to mentor anyone?
No, at this point in my life, we're still growing. We're doing our thing, so.
So what do you like? You see someone imitating you and it gains traction, like a scene you played in either Sewa or Yulu, and it's trending, and someone does it so much, people are talking about JK, and you know that particular person. Would you even reach out to the person to say thank you,
appreciation
or
is
give the
very
person
important.
money, or are you going to have do you think, I have
they
a
will start
question,
tagging you,
do you
daddy,
think that it is forced? Do you think it's a forced relationship? Because I feel like with the case of Wendy, not just Wendy Shay, but with other people that, see the efforts of others trying to promote their craft, usually it ends as thank you and then money. That as some. We've seen Shatta do it all the time, but don't you think people actually force that relationship that
That's also
it
it depends on the conversation both of you have. Fine, if you get the opportunity to actually meet this person, okay, thank you for doing this. You go further. If you have the means or you have that capacity to embrace that individual and get to know what is ahead of him or her, you can actually stretch a helping hand, but not necessarily you tagging yourself.
Don't you think it could have ended that, okay, measure Tracy school? Don't you think a bit messy or
a bit messy, but at this I feel Wendy feels there's a lot because hey, the song came and we didn't really give attention to the whole thing till the girl danced to it. Now people started listening to it. Personally, it was through the girl I got to know about the song. It wasn't
oh, you don't say.
Trust me, I didn't know Wendy had like a new release that was that super cool till the kid or the young lady came into the whole picture. But we're told the video is ready now. We can go check it out. When we come back, we'll still have more conversation.
When the pressure rises, pressure be rising. Oh, pressure be rising. I drain the bed thinking. 26 sexy body. This is piano. When the pressure rises, pressure be rising.
I find it very cringe.
It's so cringe. I can't even watch.
Within your crowd.
In your crowd. You say your mentor is say if you are dance go Lord, man a dancing class, but on the normally count their no washino.
At this point, I don't know, but it's too much.
The pressure rising. Oh, pressure rising.
At this point, it made me pressure. Do you know what happened? On stage, she was acting like the mic wasn't working. The mic was working.
Oh,
what? It was working because she wasn't getting the response. You're for me.
Auto-tune.
Girl.
Why are we pulling a young girl's legs like that?
See, now, Nana, we've said the whole thing, given her the backlash and everything. At this point in time, I want to know how she's feeling now.
Oh, I know. She's a child. She it wouldn't take much. So the thing is, she's a child, and so we wouldn't fault her that much. We were going to fault the said managers managing her as it stands now, because she can't leave the house alone to go and perform.
Good. I'm saying forget about management. How she's feeling, because her
She
videos
thinks
all
that
over the
people hate
place.
her.
Yes, people hate me, and her emotions are very, very important. She's a young girl. I hope they do well to come and clear the air and make peace reign and work things out the next step, because mistakes are meant to happen. Fine. She didn't do it right, but what's the way forward? What are we doing? Are we going to enhance her craft? She should know what to say when she goes on stage. All these things are part of the training she's supposed to go through. Because I don't think Wendy Shay is going to be with her every time and every day, wherever she goes.
That is why I asked the question that if we're seeing her as a star, then how are we identifying her in the industry?
Yeah.
Is she a promoter for Wendy Shay, or we're trying to identify her as a young star in the industry? What discipline is she coming to operate in? That is the question I asked. Because it's not always going to be like that in the future. What are we also doing? That is a question I asked. Because as it stands, I said, she is Wendy Shay's silhouette. Wendy Shay for her musumini. If that is the plan for her, let us know. But if we're trying to establish her as a young girl in the industry, then let's get her place to operate. What is her fraternity? Is she a dancer or she's Wendy Shay's promoter? That is the question that I have to ask.
There's a lot for me at this point in time. So we're just praying that all this conversation is resolved, that we know the way forward, and management should also do well to know what she's supposed to say when she goes on stage. Things and the things. Fine, we know her to be a dancer. I think personally we've had encounter with her, with this whole reality that we had in there. But we know her to be a dancer. They should train her in that, area, and also
she'll be good.
She'll be fine and know what to say when she finds herself on stage.
Yeah, because even with the Shay concert, when she not even talk, she just dance. Wendy introduced her on stage and she danced. It was so beautiful. I loved it with that little girl that is now part, right?
Yeah.
So where from
all the talking and things, she should keep shut. That's the whole thing. Yeah, because what she did now, she's put a dent on Wendy's brand as well, because they know she's coming from the.
Because already people see Wendy Shay in a certain kind of way,
and adding this whole thing.
So for you to, it looks like okay, then the Wendy Shay effect on the child is not that of a good one.
And even with the statement we saw, Wendy was like, "Hey, can parents leave mentors to actually mentor them?" It tells you there's a question mark in there. Maybe she's not given the full opportunity to do what she's supposed to do to the girl. That is why they had the nerve to go on stage.
If you also mentioned that she takes care of her clothing, then I also have a question mark with the kind of clothing the child wears. I don't know if you see her on social media.
Oh yeah, I do.
It's too much for me. Like you said, she's growing. I'm not saying that what she's wearing is going to be the reason why a man may find her enticing. No, we do not condone that. Because when you check history, women that even wear those unsexy nightgowns are still, raped and all of that. But all I'm saying is, if we are mentoring, decency is part of mentoring.
It's very key. A big factor in there. We know Wendy Shay, she's got that revealing body, and she always wants to look sexy. So definitely it's going to transcend to the little kid as well. But on Shay ni something in some more what's in him, they'll go backstage. Are you man?